Welcome back. I'm MTG Joe, and today we're going to take another spin with Jeskai Control and Best of 3 rank ladder. Before we get started, just want to make another reminder, if you can, like and subscribe to any of my videos. It would really help me to get started and just build up a following. I want to be able to produce a couple more videos and just have the support of you, the viewer, would be great. So coming back to the deck, we had uploaded a video a couple days ago against Esper Control. So we're going to continue trying to work our way towards Mythic with this deck. So as I mentioned, it's a Jeskai Control deck. You're winning with Kick to Fight with Fire, and either doubling it with Mirari Conjecture Chapter 3 or Expansion, and then we have the Planeswalkers as alternate win cons. So we'll take it for a spin. Hopefully we get it to something other than Esper. There's been a lot of that on the rank ladder right now. It's probably a 50-50, depending. The Mortify hurts a lot of our enchantments, as well as they have Eldest Reborn and Thought Erasure. So we'll play first. So here we have mono tap lands. I think we still keep it. If it's aggro, even Clarion on 4 will probably suffice, because we have a Revitalize to buy us a turn. Let me know in the comments too what you're playing in the best of 3, what you found effective. So creature decks are really good for us. So here we get punished for not leading on Clifftop. I want to keep it so we can have the option to play Clarion on 3 if need be to slow them down. Okay, opponent doesn't have a play anyways, so not too bad. Here we'll just play another Clifftop and pass the turn. This may be some sort of Sultai pod deck. So if the opponent's not playing anything, that's good for us here. Teferi the draw. So here we can insight. If it's something big, we can tuck it with Teferi. Another elf is fine. So there's consideration if we want, but even with this, we're fine. They're not really applying any pressure. So here, let's Teferi, untap, and then we have Revitalize. This might be another Krasis deck. They attack Teferi here. They have Vivian. So depending what we draw, we may have to tuck the Vivian, killing our Teferi. And then hold up counter magic. Feels bad to lose Teferi here, but Vivian is just going to grind us. And I think I want to be able to hold up 2 counter spells here, so we'll just play the Sulfur Falls. Last turn. So they'll get the card draw, but still want to counter the spell. We don't have a general catch-all removal. So like this, we could counter Vivien and then Insight. Wild Growth is fine. Another Wild Growth is fine. We'll just clean this up with Clarion. So here we're going to counter. We can Clarion to wipe their board. Hopefully draw into another counter spell. So here, just wipe their board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we will be able to fight with Fire Vivien next turn. Kill her that way. I like the flexibility of this card. We could use it as removal early. So they have another Krasis, that's fine. There we'll flash back an Insight. So we might just actually win now. We get the Ionize. They try to play Vivien. They can't blow it up. Sure. Our life total's high enough that we're okay. Let's see if they try to jam Vivien. So they pass turn. We will Insight again. We'll take Clarion here. Doesn't do much, but so we have the option. I think we just play it safe. Draw another card. We can copy a counter spell if need be. So they contempt here. We do get the untap, so I don't mind that. Because they get to 21 that way. That's fine. Let's copy this. So get rid of their threat. They get to 21. But we have Ionize to counter whatever spell comes down anyways. So here, just in case there's something of haste. I don't know what they would play necessarily, but So really all we want to do is protect Mirari Conjecture. We don't care about any creatures because they're dead next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we can actually 40 them. That's fine. So here we kick the fight with fire, target our opponent. Then we'll copy, and we're just dealing huge amounts of damage here. Because expansion gets copied. Copy here. So we're dealing 40 damage this turn. Not bad. No creatures, 40 damage, one-shots them. So this looks like the stock Sultai Krasis deck. So they'll probably bring some Brontodons and stuff in out of the sideboard. So I do like the binding, mass manipulation. We'll play some Nivs, strokes. The Warboss doesn't do enough, I think. Lyra dies. So let's see what we take out. How many? 10 cards. It's a lot. So Mirari Conjecture could come out. Niv's probably not that good. They have Vraska's Intent, and they have same there. Still think we try to kill them the same way. Bindings are just another way to get rid of Vivian. So probably shave down one Clarion. Negate's probably worth keeping. 5 cards. Probably just stay to 1 binding. Keep up Settle. Probably drop 1 Insight. We do have the Lava Coils, which are probably better than the Clarions. Maybe 1 Clarion. Sort of blink of an eye. Or actually, I like those better than the Seal Aways. Okay, let's try this out. I have to give the sideboard a bit more thought. We haven't played enough games with it against the rank ladder to know what exactly we need. I honestly haven't been that high on Lyra. Might just be because we haven't played any super aggressive decks, but I feel like it just dies to too much. This hand's good. Gives us some early buffer against life and then a counter spell. We can go Steam Vents this turn. They always have the elf on 1. Settle's good to catch up here. So to the side. Oddly enough, I haven't played this match that much. Just want to check what they have as options out of the sideboard. So most common, they'll be playing some number of Duress, Cast Down, Disdainful Stroke, Negate. So Thief of Sanity is something I should probably watch out for, but the Duress is probably Disruption. So they've shown the Negate. So it's something to be mindful. So we probably want to fight with fire next turn on the wild growth before it gets any bigger. They're going to get to a point where they can hold up Negate to protect their board. And like this, they're not applying too much pressure. The Vivian coming down. So they probably got ahead of us this game. Being on the play with the elf puts them, so they're playing Carnage Tyrant. It's good to know. So here, can't do much. We can they're likely going to go Carnage Tyrant here. Memorial. Okay, so Midnight Reaper here. That's fine. Looks like they're being mindful and holding up Negate, which is smart by the opponent. They have enough pressure on the board. So try to hold off one more turn. So then if we can settle with holding up Negate. The fact that this will ultimate next turn, though, is a bit concerning. So this build's maybe a little lower to the ground, so the Clarions are good. We didn't see a lot of these smaller creatures the last turn. Okay, so we can mass manipulation, but that doesn't do anything just yet. So the best case would be they opt to go up one more. We settle their board and then steal their Vivian. Nope, they went straight for the emblem here. This is good for them because they only have to attack with one creature. So here we'll settle. They'll negate. We'll copy negate. Negating negate. It's a very aggressive stance by the opponent. They had lethal, and it was a hexproof indestructible. Even if they just wanted to attack with two. This gets them more lands, but they could do a big crisis, but we could just counter now. And even if they do a crisis, we can just steal it. Elf is fine. Just hoping for some more action. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next turn we can steal two things, depending what they come out with. Sure. I think we want to bait them into a bigger spell. I want to make it worthwhile for us to steal whatever they're coming with. Too bad we can't steal the emblem as well. A memorial here. Sure, if you want to do all that. Thought Assure. And another memorial. So we'll gain control of both their creatures. It's not the best, but some amount of pressure we can put on them. If we can bait like one more turn, we have a counter at least for some of their bigger stuff. We'll get back Wild Growth. So 3/5. Sure, Duress. So they have a lot of disruption out of their board between Duress and Thought Erasure. Okay, so the counterspell here is nice. They know about the land, so we'll just play it. No attacks. So they have Indestructible, can't do much about that. The Trample is something I forgot about. So we really have 1 to 2 more turns here, depending if... So here I'll block. They don't have any memorials left, so it's okay. Just gonna counter this. And that's it. Give the opponent a good game. And to round 3. That was a little tough. We managed to survive a bit longer than expected. I think we want the Blink of an Eye and the Binding. We can get rid of maybe an Azcanta. Seems too slow. And maybe shave down 1 expansion. Oh. Actually, yeah. We want, now that we've, just the more removal we have, probably the better. There's a consideration for Niv with them playing Duress and stuff now, but there's too many ways for them to get it out of our hand early game. Yeah, so we'll draw. We have a chance to draw into some lands. We have 2 sweepers and a binding. Opponent mulligans. There's enough variety in our hand as well that if they Duress us or Thought Erasure us early on, it's not the end of the world. They could take the removal option of their choice. No elf on one here is good. Just another sweeper. So really we're just on the hunt for lands now. As long as we can keep hitting our line drops, we should be fine. Sure. Game 3 here. Really need to hit another land. Punished for no lands. So here, okay. So I am gonna opt for the 1/1 removal here. Or slows them down is one consideration. But we can catch up. We have a couple other 4 mana spells. They're not gonna Vivian next turn. Let's maybe just do it now, just in case we don't hit it. I want to save the Settle for something bigger, and I want to save Binding. Okay, so in the end, they worked out pretty well. They get the land there. Even the mana for Absorb hurts there. So we'll fake. They actually haven't seen Absorb out of us, so they might think we're on strictly Ionize. We're still at 20 life as well. This is one of those matchups that doesn't matter which way you win as long as you win. So here I'm just going to do a main phase. We want to hit the land. They haven't shown any Brontodons, so Vivien might be the only way they can actually blow up an enchantment. That's fine. Take a look, get whatever you want. We can kill it. Another Branchwalker. Binding on Vivien will be nice. Just getting rid of that threat. We can answer any of their creatures. Not really worried about that. Have your pick. My guess here is they probably take the Settle. Provides me the most flexibility, but Cleansing Nova is a clean answer to everything. The duplicate Teferi also just helps. Opponent's thinking hard on this one. So they take the Cleansing Nova. They can, in a way, play around Settle. It loses a lot of its value. Negate. They keep on top. So land here. Gonna bring out a Teferi. It could soak up some damage. Okay, another Cleansing Nova is nice. Really just want to draw into some more lands. So they're over attacking Teferi here. Land here is nice. So here I might actually force them to blow the Negate. They know about the Settle, but it might get them overconfident afterwards. So here, let's just absorb this. If they want, they can counter. If not, it buys us at least half a turn. Okay, so they blow the Negate here. I would have still held up the Negate. Okay, so they take the Settle in this case. Probably would have taken the Nova, to be honest. It wipes their board. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gets us to Teferi at 4. So here we'll play another Teferi. We draw Teferi. So that's 7 damage that they have. Play that tapped. So they know the Ionize, so they're likely not to play something into it. Oh, they're going after Teferi, which is actually pretty good for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Land would be the best now. Fight with fire. So here I actually don't mind. Do I have enough? No, we're short to just wipe their board that way. Let's just go with the Nova here. It buys us the most time. They still have enough pressure and our life total's low enough. And we get punished there. So it looks like they have us here. Settle off the top. No, so Teferi. Doesn't quite get us there. So we'll take a chance to see what they do. Let's pretend like we have the settle. But they've respected Teferi enough to attack a couple other times. Okay, so they attack with both, so we'll concede that. So that was the game. Probably need to think of some better options in the sideboard for this matchup. Maybe Spell Pierce, some other cheaper interactions, maybe another Negate. But let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you can, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.